Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. So as you guys can see from the title, today I'm going to be doing 2 things I wish I knew before getting VSG surgery. Before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the support. Wow, I did not expect this at all. My channel has grown tremendously. Y'all, we are probably like, I think we're like 9 away from 1,000 subscribers. What? Like, my channel has grown so fast. Like, I was on and off YouTube for a while, but now that I've been doing this VSG stuff because it's so helpful, I've been getting so many subscribers, and I just want to take the time to say thank you guys so much. You are all greatly appreciated. I will try to do a giveaway soon. Thank you guys so much. Also, be sure to follow me on my social media. I will be trying to do either a 2-month or a 3-month update soon. I will be starting a new job next week, so I need to see what the work schedule and the workload is going to be like, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, 2-month or either 3-month update coming real soon. And if you hear anything, my dog is in here. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first thing nobody never told me, and I wish I knew, was that the new fool is literally in your chest. And I don't mean to scare anybody. This is just a temporary thing. Basically, it is the inflammation from like the surgery, and just like, I don't know exactly. If I had to guess, I'm thinking it's because they put the tube down your throat. I don't know. But basically, like, when you get full, you feel it in your chest. So it's really uncomfortable. So it makes you want to just stop eating. Instead of the full being in your stomach, like when your stomach like just hurts, like when it just feels bloated in a sense. But that's not the case. It's in your chest, and my doctor said that it's going to be like that until about like 4 months, and I'm 2 months out right now. I was about to say 3. I'm 2 months out right now, so 2 more months to go. The next thing I wish somebody told me before surgery was that your stomach make these really weird noises. Like, you could just be sitting there and the room gets quiet, and then your stomach's like, let me make a noise, let me pop out, let me show out. And it's just like, wow, thanks. And like, when you're eating, your stomach digests as get off of that. I have my invitations because I'm getting married. I have my invitations and she's like stepping on them. Anyway, your stomach, like when you're eating, it digests and it makes these really loud, like your stomach hurts, but really it's just your stomach is digesting. The next thing I wish somebody told me was when you go out to eat and okay, my mom and like a couple of my family members, they're like, why do you get such a big meal if you know you can't eat it and you know you can't finish it? I get it because I know it's leftovers, and with VSG you get hungry quicker because you eat little. So like, I can eat off of that for the rest of the day and a little bit of tomorrow. So they'd be like, why did you get that? And then when I explained that to them, they're like, oh, that makes sense. But anyway, what I wish people told me was the stares you get from other people, as in waiters or like just people walking past your table, and they're like, this girl barely even touched her food. Why isn't she eating? Like, me and my fiance recently went to breakfast, and I got this omelet, and I've never gotten an omelet from this place before. And it was huge. It was a huge ass omelet, and I got grits, and I got like bacon on the side or something like, it was like a full regular meal, but this omelet was like the size of like the length of like this. Like, it was humongous. And the lady kept coming and checking on the table, and she kind of was looking, but she didn't know what to say, so she just kept, you know, leaving. So then she finally like came up to me and like rested her hand on my shoulder, and she was like, sweetie, can you tell me what's wrong with that so I can take it back to the cooks or get your money back? Like, what's wrong with it? Please just let me know. It's bothering me. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's nothing wrong with it. I'm full. And she was like, you full? And I was like, yeah, I'm full. And I'm very open about my VSG surgery. Like, I'll just come out and be like, yeah, I have weight loss surgery, But this time I was just like, yeah, I'm just full. I keep spitting. And she was like, oh, okay, you need a doggy bag? And I was like, yes, please. And so she went and got my doggy bag. Hold on, my mom's calling me. The next thing I wish I knew was the pain/healing time. Now, you never really know what somebody's going through like the internet or through like Instagram until you personally go through it. And like, a couple people I've seen, they went back to work in like a week, they went back to school in a week. And so I was like, yeah, like the same is gonna be for me. And I did go back to work in a week, but I was in pain. But I pushed through it because I needed money, because your girl had bills. But I do not recommend that. But like nobody told me that the pain, like I don't know if it was just me, but everybody, because me and two other girls have a little Facebook like messenger thing where we kind of like update each other and like just talk, and all of them went through the same pain I did. Basically, like I was telling you guys in my 2-week post-op, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. But basically on my left side is where he pulled my stomach out, like the rest of the access of my stomach, and a small little incision. So my stomach was really swollen, insert pictures here, and it hurt really bad, and it hurt for like a month. Another thing nobody told me was that you cannot lay on your, like you can't lay on your stomach at all. You have to lay on your back for at least a good month. Some people slept on their stomach 2 weeks out, but for me it was a month, and I love sleeping on my stomach. But yeah, nobody told me that. Nobody never told me how many times you would have to explain yourself. Nobody told me how many times people just being people. But like, what I say this as, like, nobody told me that, like, basically, like when you tell some people like, oh, I'm getting weight loss surgery, and they're like, you're not even that big, or like, why do you need that? Why can't you just go to the gym? Why can't you just eat right? Why can't you just fast? And it's like, you have to keep validating yourself. Like, you have to keep explaining yourself, which is sometimes isn't a bad thing, but sometimes it gets kind of tedious. So yeah, nobody told me that I would have to keep explaining myself. I don't know why I keep saying never told me. It's the same thing. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. Like, this wasn't really a big thing for me, but I was starting to feel it. The depression that you go through, I would say it lasts for about a month. Your body went through a big change. It basically, like, weight loss surgery and surgery in general is just a very big procedure, and your body isn't used to that stress. So once you do that, your mind starts thinking like, was this the right surgery for me? Like, why did I even let myself get to this point? What could I have done differently? You know, just why don't I love myself enough to actually, you know, wanted this and like get it to this point? Like, just things like that. Especially when you're stuck cooped up in the room for like 2 days, you get stir crazy. So you start thinking like, damn, why did I do this to myself? Now I can't drink as much. I can't eat and drink at the same time. I can barely drink alcohol. Like, there's just so many things that go through your mind, and it's normal. Please talk it out. Please go and talk to someone. Hit me up on my DMs. People are always in my DMs. Please do not hesitate. Go to social groups. Your hospital should have like little social groups for you to go to. Also, Facebook is really good about having like social groups. I'm in a couple of them, and it's so good because so many people come up there and they talk and they show their pictures, their before and afters, and their questions. And it's just really good to have that source just in case your depression may be a little, you know, how do you say it? Like a little more alert, like I'm a little more alerting than others. So just make sure you talk that shit out, y'all, please. One thing I wish I knew, Lord Jesus, is that your breath stink more. Definitely with the fast, like the 2-week fast, because you're not eating anything. But here lately, it's not really that it stinks, but like it's like really like a dry smell. Like when I wake up in the morning, I'll be like your mouth is also really dry, so you're just like, what the fuck? Like, but yeah, your throat and your mouth, like, it's really dry, like. And then it also has like an odor, of course, because you just woke up. But like, it's like a little, it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. So I wish I knew how bad your food addiction is until you had this surgery. And I'm not saying that I was a foodie. Like, I'm not saying that I'm obsessed with food. What I'm saying is, like, you never knew how bad you ate and like how bad you wanted food until you can't have the food. Like, for example, when I was in my 2 weeks of liquids, I was like, oh my God, I could really use a burger right now, or I really want some pizza. Like, I was craving things that I don't even like like bananas and like strawberries, like anything that I could eat. I was just like, oh my God. If I could have that right now, I would tear it up. So you just never know how bad your food addiction is until you actually can't eat. Like, it's just the craziest thing to like sit back and like think of like my first 2 weeks post-op, and I'm just like, damn, like good times. Good times. One thing I wish I knew, another thing I wish I knew was that like when you get really, really hungry, you feel like you want to throw up. Like your stomach gets this sharp pain and it just feels like you want to throw up. What was it? Like when you wake up in the morning or like late at night. Oh my God, that it's just so crazy. Like it just feels like you want to throw up. Like it feels like you have to throw up, but there's literally nothing to throw up because you're that hungry. Now, these are 10 things that I wish I knew, but it's going to be a little more than 10. I forgot to add that. Another thing I wish I knew is how emotional and hormonal your body changes. Like for instance, for me, my surgery was November 5th. I went home November 6th. My period started November 6th. It did not end until like December 11th. So my period was on for about a month and some change. And at first I was like, how is this normal? Like I could see 2 weeks, but a month. And like my doctor was like, it's pretty normal. Like you're going to be spotting on and off. Cause I was spotting and then days it'd get heavy and then it'd spot and then it'd get heavy. And so she was like, it's normal. Your body is just going through so many changes. Your hormones have changed. And that's why they recommend you to get on birth control. I am on birth control. I have the Nexplanon on. And with the Nexplanon on, you're not supposed to get your period. And if you do, you just spot. So she was like, it's normal. Just if it becomes a little longer or you get a little, you know, aware, like scared of it, then let me know and we'll do something about it, basically. So yeah, nobody told me about the emotional things. Like my body and my everything was a freaking roller coaster. I wish I knew how long your weight loss stall could be. I just broke a stall, y'all. I was 291 for like a week. I'm 290 now, but I think it's also part because of what I be eating. Because y'all, here lately, I have not been the best with eating at all. But that's not the point. It's the point that I would have at least gained, but I just stayed 291. Which, I mean, I'm not complaining, I promise. But, yeah. So, the stalls. Nobody told me how long the stalls can be. Oh, my gosh. Another thing I wish I knew is how fast you lose weight. Like, surgery day, I was 319. Okay? 319. I got home and I weighed myself probably like 2-3 days later and I was like 310. And I was like, oh my God, I lost 9 pounds in 3 days. Like, what the freak? So like, it's just crazy how long, like how fast you lose weight. And I'm 2 months post-op and I've lost 30 pounds already. Mind blowing. Sometimes I feel like I should lose more, but because like when I look at other people that had about a month before me, they're like at 60 pounds and I'm like, I wish I could be you. But at the same time, everybody weight loss is different, and that's something that I and we all need to come to what am I trying to say? That's something that we all need to come to a realization of, basically. The last thing I wish somebody told me is there is more benefits than just losing weight. And I say this as like, if you have like sleep apnea or diabetes or joint pains or you're trying to have a baby, sometimes this surgery helps. Not sometimes, it will help. Also, like, you gain so much more respect for yourself and so much more confidence for yourself, and you gain like money because you're not spending as much on food and you're not spending as much on clothes. It's just so much that you gain from this surgery. So it's not just weight loss that you gain from it. You gain a community of people. You gain respect for yourself and the journey. It's just so much stuff that you learn from this and you gain from this BSG or any weight loss surgery. Alright guys, so that is the end of my 10 things I wish I knew before VSG surgery. Hope you guys all enjoyed. If you guys have VSG, please let me know one thing that you wish you knew before VSG surgery. And if you are getting VSG surgery, or if you're thinking about it, please put down below one reason why you're deciding to get it. And if you have a surgery date already, please also put that down below, okay? Because I love reading you guys stuff. So I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.